show. Rather than talk much about this, I would like to ask Sonu here, because you know Sonu is, you know him as a friend. He's one of the, he is the legend today, sitting today. I mean, I'm not saying it because he's right here. He's achieved some amazing things for Indian music. Apart from Indian music, he can do any music. I've heard him live from opera to pop, rock, Bollywood. Apart from that, which I'm sure a lot of you know and some might not know, he's himself one of the most creative people in terms of music. He has gone somewhere where I don't see very few people. I don't see any. I mean, with all due respect, Salim, Suleiman are one of the great. They have come up and what they do is amazing. And this man, his contribution, his mind is, he goes completely, you know, where, as Star Trek used to say, where no man has gone before. So on that note, I would like Sonu to say something.
I would just like to add about here, it's a complete honor to have you part of it, I guess.
Thank you very much for the kind words, Talat and Manoj. It is, I don't know where to start from, because all the mentionable things have been spoken by our dear Salim and Suleiman and Talat. I'd like to tell you that I've been almost kind of popular for the last 22 years in this country. I've done everything except Percept. So we always have known each other, but we never really got a chance to work with each other. And it's thanks to Talat. I do not just love him, I revere him, I respect him for the kind of person he is. We will not talk about each other so much, otherwise it will become a mutual admiration society. But I really respect him like someone who is not just one of the finest human beings that I know on earth. Is this person sitting on my right-hand side, one of the finest human beings I've ever known. So for him to come to me and say that this is something that we have in our mind, and me and Harry are thinking this together, and this is called something like BDM, Bollywood dance music. And of course, I have just having recently worked with Avicii, who's the top 5 DJs of the world. I am aware of the concept, much less than Salim and Suleiman, because they are the pros in this field, in the authorities in music. I respect them so much. For the longest time, I've been saying they are the coolest maestros. I've always said they don't behave like maestros, but they're the coolest maestros. So I have dabbled into this, so I know now what EDM is. And while we were discussing, Talat gave a very nice example. How about converting a song like Ye Sham Mastani into EDM? And I loved the idea, because a song like Ye Sham Mastani, now everybody knows the songs. Who, as they rightly said, we are so many people. We are like 1.2 billion people, and 60% of India is youth. But this Bollywood dance music doesn't cater to only youth. I'm talking about those businessmen and shopkeepers and who like older songs, who want to take their families out to a mela, to a fair, and they'll feel that, you know, this is going to be a scenario where you're going to hang out. The kids can be there too, the mothers can be there too. They can eat good food, enjoy some music which they connect to, because everybody doesn't connect to Avicii kind of music. Everybody doesn't understand the real electronic dance music. It is actually the forte of people like Adnan sitting over there, who listen to such music and who are well versed with this kind of music. Even I do not know so many names, but still, we being musicians, we can sway to it, we can enjoy it. But the normal Gupta ji or Agarwal ji or or Jain Sahab or Chopra ji will not understand what EDM is. So converting Bollywood and mixing it with electronic dance music is going to make the most popular form of music ever. Because it will not cater to कि कोई बोलेगा यार ये music आपको समझ में नहीं आता. ऐसा नहीं होगा. Because even the sound will be electronic dance music. The songs will be heard. They will be mixed with the world music. That's what makes this proposition so much more interesting because it is so universal. You do not need to aim at the 60% of India. I would say the 100% of Indian population could connect to this music if they are, if it is marketed well, if it is propositioned well, if it is duly executed, which we are sure of because Percept is a pro. They have done this for so many years, and they have proved it with the biggest music festival in the whole country, Sunburn. So we have no doubts on their credibility. So creating this music is something which is a new kind of a challenge between all of us. Talat evidently has already been working with the help of his machinery that he set up recently. So that's how I hope you all understand what we're talking about, right? This is an electronic dance music, but the more popular form of electronic dance music, with Bollywood coming front, the film music coming in front, older song, newer songs, that makes this much more viable and much more popular. This is Bollyboom for us.
In fact, I would like to say something now. Sonu just mentioned Ye Sham Mastani, and that was the first track which I thought maybe we can convert into a PDM track. And in fact, they also haven't heard. We just did a very small sample. My son was my teacher because sometimes the father has to learn from the son. And I learned, and he helped me, and we created a small track which we are going to sort of be brave enough to to make you hear that after this is over, whenever. The idea is not to take the whole song, it's just elements of the song, because the song is, as it is, the tune is very popular. It's just association. And would you like to play it now or later? It's up to you.
Just like to give...
Yes, please.
Now? Have
This is
Mr. Harinder Singh, the Vice Chairman and Joint MD of Percept. I know, before we play, it's important that you also say a few words.
नहीं गाने के बाद नहीं गाना बाद में कर लेते हैं. पहले एक सवाल मुझे आपसे पूछना है जरा. भैया हमको भी बता दो क्या क्या होने वाला है. The music part. What is exactly is the ingredient of the? You had told me briefly in my house, but please explain more. What is this festival all about?
I don't know how many of you have been to Sunburn, but Sunburn attempts to be a festival. It's not like a concert. It's not like an evening out for entertainment. You go there with the family. You have shopping, you have food court, you have games, you can play volleyball, you can play football, you can go rock climbing and stuff like that. जैसा इन्होंने कहा था अभी थोड़ी देर पहले, you know, we want Mr. Chopra, Mr. Agarwal, Mr. Bhatia.
Mr. Kohli, Bhatia, Jain Saab,
we want all of them to come.